On October 27, 2012, Freedom Party of Ontario held a dinner to hear a high school teacher, a university professor, and a journalist give their views about the inculcation of moral subjectivism in our public schools and how it may affect students and society. The speakers varied in their ideas about what constitutes a proper code of morality, but they shared an opposition to the view that there is no such thing as right and wrong, better or worse. None of the speakers was a member of Freedom Party of Ontario when they participated in this event. The opinions expressed are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views of Freedom Party of Ontario.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Freedom Party of Ontario's 3 hours dinner. I'll just quickly run down the order of events for this evening, after which we will have a toast and then the meal. So, dinner should take about an hour to an hour and a half. After that, we'll have our 3 distinguished speakers come up, starting with Stephen Anderson, followed by Salim Mansour, and finishing off with Michael Corrin. After the speakers have spoken for about 20 minutes each, we'll then invite them all up to take any questions or give any answers that you might have. After that, at approximately 9:30, that'll be the end of the evening, and you're all invited to mingle for as long as the bar is open. I do believe the room closes around 10 o'clock. So you're welcome to stay here till about 10 o'clock and mingle. And of course, there are books to be bought at the back there by Michael and Celine. They brought their books, and I would encourage everybody. I've read all 3 books, and I would encourage everybody to buy them. They're an excellent read. So, we always have a toast at the beginning of all of our dinner functions, and I think a lot of people here know it. So, could I ask everybody to please rise with a glass in your hand? To the freedoms we now enjoy, and to freedoms lost to be regained. To freedom. Freedom. Bon appetit. So, reading, writing, and relativism, tonight's theme. Tolerance is the virtue of the man without conviction. G.K. Chesterton. Why would Freedom Party, or any political party for that matter, hold an event to understand moral relativism? Because, despite being buried under the weight of political correctness, it's an issue that can no longer be avoided because its effects are no longer avoidable. The effects of moral relativism are felt in many areas of provincial and federal politics, federal legislation. Education policy is formed by it, as are the laws respecting multiculturalism and migration, race-based policing, preferential Aboriginal sentencing, labor laws, and so-called hate crimes. It's also at the root of the erosion of freedom of speech in this country. Is the moral code that's being taught in our public schools and universities today really about having no moral code at all? Are all ideas, philosophies, beliefs, viewpoints, and perspectives equally valid? Is there no objective way to decide? Is it wrong to say that one thing is better than another? And does a free society require tolerance? And does it require that we respect every idea or belief, regardless of how wrong or immoral it might be? It's time to understand just what is at the root of many of our bad laws, and what better way than to get a perspective from individuals who have been quite outspoken on the issue and have, in their own way, stirred up controversy. And tonight we have 3 such individuals, distinguished speakers all, who will give us their considered views on moral relativism, the detrimental influence it has on the minds of students, and its effect for everyone in society.